Welcome back
Hi, guys.
to another mini-sode. To another sip and spill.
I love these.
I know. I really like these too.
Because you know about it, but it really is a complete shock for me. So,
Well, this week I don't have a story for you.
oh, it's not a story.
It's not a story. So this is an article.
Okay.
It's a BuzzFeed article.
BuzzFeed's great.
And get ready. Prepare to be triggered. Because this is 15 things that made my heart drop to the pit of my stomach when I worked in restaurants.
Oh.
Yeah.
This will hit close to home.
This is going to hit real close to home for the both of us.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. Number 1, running the wrong credit card for a check. Have you done this?
I do this all the time. I always do it when I'm like in the weeds.
Yeah, sure.
It never
So you
happens
can't
on a
really
slow
fix it.
shift. I have to
Right.
now go flying to find a manager. I
Yeah.
feel like they know that I did it.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
panic. I hate
Yeah.
everything about this. But yes, I've
Yeah.
done this multiple times.
I've done that too. It's the worst, but it happens. I remember I did it once at like the more clubby place that I worked. And I ran it, but I didn't close it out.
Okay.
So I was like,
Easy fix.
well, to me, it was an easy fix, but he, like the manager, like he didn't know what he was doing. Like he didn't know how to like really like control the system. And I do like at my other job. So
Right.
I was like, just delete it. And like, to me, it was like such a
Yeah.
simple resolution. And he was freaking out
was
and like,
frazzled.
frazzled. And what did you do? And I was like, whoa. The guys that I ran the wrong check card on, they didn't really care though. They were just like, whatever, as
Yeah.
long as it works itself out. A huge party asking for separate checks. The worst.
Do you know that I have this thing? I used to do it. I used to, in my
Yeah.
younger, nicer years.
Right.
But now I say that I can't.
Yeah.
And my boss one time at my summer job heard me say that I can't. And he was like pissed about it. I'm like, not for nothing. Now I have to stand there, swipe a million different cards. On that system, it was tough because I would have to do the math. It didn't
Yeah.
give me a button breakdown where it was
Right.
like, I had to do it. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No.
Yeah.
Venmo, Zelle, quick pay each other.
If you're all friends, I mean,
Yeah.
even if like I'll go out with friends and if one person is not drinking at all and like everybody else is, we'll still all like split it, like run it on the
Right.
same check, but we're all conscious of like what each person got and we
Yeah.
will make sure that in the end it's even. Like you do not
Yes.
need to all be on separate checks. It's
Yeah.
so annoying.
No, I hate that.
3, when your draw is off.
Honestly, this doesn't really happen to me much.
No?
No, because I'm perfect.
Wow.
But I mean, obviously it's happened before and it is the worst feeling. And it's worse bartending than serving if like your money isn't right.
Well, I
because
think it
you work with
depends.
people.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you do?
It depends for me on the place's policy. Like at my job now, like I keep everything in the draw. So when I get my cash out at the end and it tells me how much to omit from my draw, whatever is left over, I know is my money.
Right.
But there are some places like, where the summer job, like if they count it and if it's off, if it's over, they take that. I hate that.
I know. It's
So,
like, that's mine.
That's mine. And
Right.
you know it's mine, but you're going to take it because my draw is off.
Right.
Like that's what pisses me off.
Yeah, no.
The POS system going down. Only ever happens when I'm like managing
When you're really busy.
and when you're
Yeah.
really packed on a Saturday night.
And it's like, people don't understand this.
Oh,
They
no.
think you're lying or
Yeah.
something. It's
Yeah.
like when the kitchen really genuinely fucks up and you're trying to tell a customer, like, it's not my fault.
Right,
It's completely
right.
out of my control. And they're like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I can't help that technology fucking sucks sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, what do you
Yeah.
want from me?
This happened recently because, and you're not going to think that I'm telling the truth, but a squirrel committed suicide on an electric line. Did I send you the Snapchat of it,
No.
of this fried squirrel on the ground? I'll have to show it to you later.
I don't think I
got
wanna see it.
electrocuted and the whole place
Oh my God.
like blacked
shut
out,
down.
shut down. And of course, it was like a busy, packed Saturday night.
Yeah, of course.
And at some point, like we were waiting for like the electric company to come. Like it was a whole big deal. There
Yeah.
was nothing we could do about it. And at some point, I was just telling my tables like, just go, like
Yeah.
just go.
It's your lucky day.
It's your lucky day.
Yeah.
And like they were getting mad at me, but I'm like, this is like $1 billion company.
Yeah.
You can afford like a few checks to walk out because
Yeah.
like a squirrel died
Right.
on the pole. You know,
Not the best day.
I actually made a lot of money that night because then they were just giving me like
Right.
cash because they're like, we want to take care of you. And I was like, well, thanks.
Yeah.
Check's on
Yeah.
me. Spilling a drink on a guest's table.
done it a million times. Those fucking trays. I hate carrying a tray.
Yeah, I hate it too.
like,
I will do
pat it.
anything
I
to
know.
avoid carrying a tray.
I will make multiple trips. I will hold them all in my hand. Like I will make it work. I know that doesn't look professional, but
it doesn't. But I don't care.
There's something about like. There is a science to it. I always remember Zach telling me, like, you can't lean. You have to bend. You have to use your knees. Like,
yeah.
But I'm
you have
squatting.
to twist your hand a certain way under it. It has to be positioned a certain way. And it's like.
And when I am using that tray, I'm putting that tray down and then passing. I'm not one of those heroes that can hold it in balance. That is not me. That's not me. I'm
it's
sorry.
not me either.
That is when I will spill a drink.
Yeah, 100%.
Fuck
100%.
that.
Cleaning up vomit. Now, this is not something I've ever had to do.
Never did that. Never would.
Never would.
No
not
job
my
is
problem.
worth it.
No. You puked, not my problem.
Yeah.
There's busboys for a reason.
Right.
Or the manager. You're on salary. Go take care of it. Getting a walkout. Has anybody ever walked out on one of your checks?
No, never on. Actually, so yes and no. Never with me personally, but my last serving job, we all pooled towards the end. It was like COVID and everything, and like we weren't all doing well, so they just made it like full house pool, which I hated. But,
I hate that.
So one of like my coworkers' tables walked out, and we were all kind of like, that's. And the boss was a real dick about it. It was like, well, you clearly weren't giving them good service. That they were able to get up and walk out. Like they were completely left, you know, like out of sight, out of mind type thing. So you're going to pay for that check, which would never happen at my job now. Like if someone walked out, they would take care of it. But this job, he was like, that's on you. And I was like, so that's on me too then.
It's on everybody because we're all pooling.
Right. And he was like, well, in a sense, no one saw them get up and walk out, right? So yeah, you all kind of are responsible. I'm like, I'm not, and it was a big restaurant. I'm like, I'm not looking at in this person's section.
To know? Yeah, that they didn't
pay.
Right.
Like, are you kidding me? He's like, well, obviously they were upset and they walked out and they couldn't get a check. They couldn't get a server. So you're all to blame. I was and it was, you know, maybe it came out to being what, $10 for each of us. But regardless, I was so enraged about that. That was like one of the reasons why I was like, I'm gonna leave this job.
Well, because now it's not only are you having to pay $10, but you're also not getting the tip that you would have gotten on top of that. So you're really losing money.
And I'm really being disrespected by my boss. Is the way I thought of it over. I don't even care about the money. Take the money out of it. It's like, you really think that way? You make how much money every day? I make a fraction of that. Right. And you can't just take care of this. Like I was so turned off to that.
Yeah, I would be too.
So
I don't know that I've ever had that happen to me, but we have like there's a QR code now like on the receipts and you can pay like with that. And there are so many, like you're supposed to, when you do it, at least hold your phone up because it's like this big green screen with a check on it. And it's like, oh, I paid or whatever. So I could see it.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't do that. And they just go, oh, I paid online and they walk out. And then I have to like run to the computer and like go back and try and reprint the check to see like if they actually did and, you know, whatever. So no one luckily has actually done that, but it would be very easy for them to.
Yeah. Note to self.
The kitchen running out of something a guest just ordered. All the time where I am.
Like more often than not. It
more
happens
often
once
than
a
not.
shift.
Yeah. And it's never just one thing. It's then the next thing they order too. And
I know.
It's like happens 3 times in a row to like this poor person.
Yeah, it's so true. And it's like, and then the kitchen gets mad that you put it in when they ran out of it. And it's like, well, you didn't tell me. I have worked with kitchens that will come out right away and be like, hey, 86, we're done with this. No more. Don't bring it in. But most of the time they're not that on top of it, especially if they're busy. I don't even blame them, but it's like, they're mad. Why are you mad?
Yeah. Why are you mad?
I have to send that message.
And they're not going to take it out on you. They're going to take it out on me.
Right. Exactly. But you know what? I'm always the customer that like orders something that was just ran out of. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, okay. Like I feel for them.
I feel for them too. It's usually more often not so the kitchen, but like the bar will run out of something. Yeah. And then it's like 3 beers in a row, and like, okay, well, I'll take this one, and then I'll go back and be like,
that one kicked.
That one kicked. Yeah. Sorry. And then you get the people, I'm really striking out here today.
I hate that. Yeah. 0 stars on Yelp. I'm like, oh, here we go. You're one of those.
Yep. Being yelled at by guests.
My favorite thing.
Oh, the best.
I used to be so bothered by this. Like, it would ruin my whole day. Now, when a guest is yelling at me, I'm like, I hope your day gets better. I'm so bitchy and passive aggressive. I don't even... You think that I'm going to lose sleep over this? What are you getting so mad at? I'm so sorry that this really is ruining your day, but it's not ruining mine.
No.
Carry on.
Did I tell you about the woman who was talking shit about me in the bathroom?
No.
This was like right after COVID. And we were like starting to open up, back up again and whatever. And it was her and her husband, and they were sitting at a 4-top. And they were waiting on her son and like his girlfriend or something like that. And I do my usual spiel. Oh, we're waiting on a couple more here. You want something to drink while you wait, blah, blah, blah. Got them their drinks. My next line would be, do you want to wait till everybody gets here, or do you want to throw some appetizers in? You know, like that's before I could even get those words out of my mouth. They'll be here in a minute. Okay. So that to me, that's my cue to walk away and leave you the fuck alone until your other people get here.
Yes.
And it's a small restaurant, as you know. So like I was walking around like I mean, you remember where 21 is. It's the 20s. It's right there. So like if I'm standing at Expo, if I'm standing by the bar, I'm right next to you. Like you very easily could get my attention. They don't say anything. I don't know if she was in the bathroom first and then I walked in. We wound up in the bathroom together, but in 2 separate stalls. So we didn't know each other was in there. And I hear her on the phone. And this is when I was, my usual blonde self. And she was like, I don't know what's up with our waitress. I think the bleach might have got to her head, but she hasn't been around, and like just talking shit about me. So I walk out of the stall. So now she's outside so she could see me. And she like immediately looks at me and like runs out of the bathroom. And then she comes back in and she goes, yeah, I was talking shit about you. And I go, I know, I heard you.
Oh my God.
Right? And all I could do was laugh because it was just so like, what are the odds? And then it was
you had to serve her the rest of the their time there.
That would have been my last table of the night. I was cut anyway, so I just gave it up. The lady asked her like, "Oh, what does she not want to serve us now because I was talking shit about her?" And she's like, "No, it was her time to leave. Like her ship's over.
Like you gotta love people that know that was nothing but like a guilty conscience. Like she knew she was wrong, but she had like." How about you just take the L and say, I'm sorry, I'm having a day.
I'm having a day.
I shouldn't have said that. That was
And I would have been like, let me get you another drink then in that case. And we will just squash this and move on.
Yeah.
Right.
The bleach did not get to my head, but thank you for your concern let's keep it moving. But no, instead she had to go and make the situation 10 times worse.
It was so good. Such a fun moment though.
You gotta love people for real.
Realizing that you completely forgot about a table. It happens.
I will, and I've learned this from Jake Kiola. Just be honest.
Just be honest.
Like if I forget to ring something in, and that's why it's taking forever to come out, or if I forget to greet them, like I will come over and be like, guys, I'm so sorry. I honestly thought I was in that section. This is my bed. I didn't realize you were my table. Like or I'm so busy. I'm so sorry. Like something. Address it. Don't make up
See, I'm the opposite. I like to pretend that I'm the hero. So, like, if you know, like, it's my section and, like, no one has come over to you, and I know, like, oh, fuck, I forgot about that table. I didn't even go over. I'll pass them and go, did anybody come to you yet? And they'll be like, all annoyed and be like, no. And I'll be like, let me take care of you. What can I get for you? And they go, oh my God, thank you so much. And now I'm the hero, even though I fucking forgot about them, and it's really my table anyway.
See, I think that I will do that from now on if it ever happens. When you're at the bar, it's like kind of hard. Yeah. But I always because people would be like, oh, she's like so cute and like like she admitted she fucked up. Like you can't really stay mad at someone once
who admits it,
right? You know, like you gotta let it go. Otherwise, you're the asshole now. You know,
right?
So that was always my game.
Forgetting to last call your tables. I don't ever forget because I want to get the fuck out of there. So I'll last call you early if I have to.
Yeah, especially if you're annoying me. It's last call at 9:00.
Yeah. Bringing in the wrong food.
Again, I feel like this doesn't really happen so much for me. I'm trying to think of like every place I've worked, it's kind of hard to do that. All my menus have been pretty small. Yeah. And it's like if they're naming something that they want, that's what I'm going to give them.
Yeah. Sometimes I have like a finger slip.
Maybe like a modification thing if they like didn't want tomato and I like forget that. But I feel like as far as like wrong food, it doesn't really happen
I mean, my go-to is just blame it on the kitchen.
Yeah. The kitchen's having a day. They've done this to 10 tables already.
Yeah. I don't know what. Somebody's got to check on them.
Yeah. I don't know what they're doing back there. They are boozing.
Having a guest's card decline.
I love this. I get like
love
satisfaction out of this. I'm like, and I like try to make it like I'm not embarrassing them. This card, you maybe have another one. This one's not working. I always say it's not working.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be like your fucking card declined, but I do have fun saying it regardless.
Yeah. My line usually is just like, it might be our system. It might be my system, but this one for some reason isn't going through. Do you have another one? Because I don't want to make them feel bad because it is like an embarrassing.
I mean, it can be fun at the bar though. with tables, it's definitely embarrassing when you have to sit in front of a table. But most of the time, this would happen to me when I was working in Long Beach, and the guys are fucking drunk as hell, annoying. Like, and now I get to embarrass you in front of your friends.
Now I get to tell you that your card declined.
Right.
Just slam it back on the bar. Decline.
Go call your dad, who's probably putting money on that card. Right.
Tell him to refill your card.
Yeah, I can't say I don't get enjoyment out of that, for sure.
This is a good one. Forgetting to give someone their ranch.
I will wake up in the middle of the night like, oh my God, they wanted a side of mayo and I didn't bring it. Like, it will eat at me because I am a dipping sauce. Like, that is the first thing I say. I will order my meal with you and say, I need a side of mayo for my fries to mix with ketchup. Like, I need it. If you bring the plate without the dipping sauce, now I'm pissed. Yeah. I'm not one like, let me get my food and then ask for it. No.
You better bring that all together.
And bring it out. Yeah. So, I do feel really bad when I forget this because I know how it feels to not get that fucking ranch.
I think that's I think I've heard that so much. I've done it a million times. Like, I will wake up in the middle of the night and go, oh my God, the ranch.
I know. It really does. Ranch. It comes back and haunts you.
Yeah. And my favorite thing to do, because we didn't have ranch or blue cheese for years. Yeah. And my favorite thing to do would be to tell people no.
Sorry,
like, do you have ranch? No, I don't have it. Right. But now we do, and now I have to bring it, and then it will haunt me. Lastly, guests complaining to your manager about you.
Every manager I've had, for the most part, has had my back so hard that, like, good luck. Especially my manager now. If someone complained about me now, I think he would just tell them to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I mean, I've been at the place I'm at for, I think it's 9 years. So good luck.
Yeah. And you know who I'm thinking about? Whose mom didn't particularly like you.
Oh, me?
Who was an ex-employee.
Yes, it's a guy.
Yeah.
His mom. Now I know why he's so angry.
Yeah.
His mom sucks. His mom fucking sucks.
What was the fight there? I don't even remember.
I don't remember, but she was just super cunty. And I was just like, no. But there's a guy, or was a guy, who used to come in and cause problems all the time. He complained about me so hard and so much that it went all the way up to like the president of the company. And you know what happened to him?
He was banned.
He was banned from the entire place. Every single manager got his picture and said, do not let this man in. So good luck complaining about me. You'll be banned from the whole fucking company.
Yeah. And that's that.
I liked this one. This was a fun one.
This was good. This was very good article posted. Yeah. See, BuzzFeed is so much fun.
It is. They have some good shit. Well, that concludes our mini-sode and the many, many icks of our jobs and our industry.
So many.
And we'll see you next time for our Sip and Spill.